think playgrounds are just for kids, our next guest is out to change that concept. Fritz McDonald is the founder of the Great Age Movement, a nonprofit that seeks to create wellness programs in public spaces in Houston. Fritz, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me and our organization.
Okay, so you're out to talk about why we should have wellness programs for seniors in public spaces. First, let's define what is a senior. How old is a senior?
Well, it's shifting. If you probably notice around town, they have these senior apartment complexes that begin at 55 and up. They also have inclusive resorts around Texas where you can actually move into almost like a country club setting, and the ages start at 55. Our organization tends to focus on a little bit older, and that's our starting point. People in assisted living centers, independent retirement centers, and also getting people from various organizations like the Chinese Community Center, the Salvation Army. They manage quite a few senior facilities.
Are you talking about Medicare age and up, Fritz?
Yes, I generally it's 65 and up, but I just wanted to stress 55 and up is kind of where the term senior is including. Yes.
Okay. So why is it important to have public spaces for wellness programs?
The history with having seniors and programs tend to be seen in churches and senior community centers held by precincts with various activities. But a lot of seniors are still kind of stuck at home and or in their facilities, and the outings are limited to shopping, like going to Walmart and the occasional museum or to a winery. Those do exist. But what I and our organization would like to do is to increase representation of seniors in our community spaces. That includes our focus parks and museums. And we're fortunate enough to have over 19 museums in the museum district. And of course we have, the city of Houston has over 200 actual parks. Only 150 of them have been developed. So we want to bring our seniors to these settings and guide them through activities that make them feel purposeful and a part of our community fabric.
What sort of community wellness programs do you plan once this pandemic is over? Can you talk about that? Yoga classes, what kind of things?
Yes, so we started this organization with developing a senior playground. And what that is the one we're doing is 21 fitness stations. And it's specifically designed for older people. It's based on models used in Europe. In fact, China was the first to establish a national law that states seniors have to go to these wellness fitness parks starting back in '95. And that kind of spread through Asia and into Europe. And these parks, playgrounds have been modified to separate equipment, to bring equipment together and essentially get the seniors out into these green spaces. And so our main drive is the playground. We have one that we're setting up right now at St. Dominic's Village, which is across from the Houston Zoo and the Texas Medical Center. The property gave us 10,000 square feet, and we installed the equipment. We're waiting on permits to complete it. The pandemic, unfortunately, has suspended all activities until the city and state relieves us of all these restrictions on seniors.
So what kind of equipment are we going to see here? We're not going to see slides and ropes.
No, actually what we're going to see is like moving bridges that you walk across. There's going to be Tai Chi wheels to work on range of motion. Older people tend to have atrophy in their necks and shoulders and hips. Mm-hmm. And so the equipment kind of focuses in on that balance, strengthening, cardio work. We'll have an elliptical bike. We'll have a recumbent bike. We have pedaling bikes for your arms and for your legs. We have these arcs that works on your shoulder range of motion. We have these grid rope systems that you step into, and it helps increase your hip flexion and also your knee flexion and improves your balance. And many more equipment like that.
And will you have classes too outdoors?
Exactly. So we're not just throwing some metal out there in the field. What we're doing is we're creating an environment that seniors are probably familiar with and comfortable with, because a lot of people have had rehab at some point. Mm-hmm. And we're essentially providing trained volunteers who will take you through the exercise programs, and they can come on our schedule, and we'll hopefully build through technology a routine workout so they can measure their progress over time when they return. Now, another project we already launched last year in February of 2019 is in partnership with the Health Museum. Mm-hmm. And we created this program. It's an original series called the Senior Art and Exercise Program. And it's a 35-minute workout through the Health Museum. So essentially, you're moving through the museum as you look at art, doing various exercises. And we start with stretching in the theater. We work our way to the atrium to do brisk walking for cardio with some body pumping. And then we work our way around their mechanical heart, where we do balance work. Everything is tied into curated music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then we round it out with some meditation. And then our organization provides a free healthy lunch at the Health Museum for our seniors. And then the Health Museum provides a speaker. It could be a doctor, a nutritionist, focused on senior topics.
When you go through this program, it's led by a person. You don't just go, it's not a self.
Yes, it's our master instructor. And I basically trained her on all these functional movements.
And is it free to people, to the seniors?
It's free. Our organization funds the whole thing. And we basically arrange, the way we've started is we try to get seniors in groups. So we've made arrangements with major senior community centers. I mentioned before the Chinese Community Center, the Salvation Army. There's some various compounds where they have assisted living, independent living, and nursing homes where they bring their most able people to us, and we basically bus them in and do the programming.
But how have you been able to survive during the pandemic? Because that's just sort of shut everything down, but you're still going. What are you doing to survive? Tell me about that.
It's definitely been challenging. We're fortunate in terms of our entire board, including myself. I have a full-time job. I work about 60 hours a week, but I dedicate all my free time to this organization. And essentially, we have no heavy costs, or it's very minimal, the cost. So every dollar that's donated goes to our programs. And when the pandemic hit, the Health Museum reached out to me to see if we can continue educating our seniors. So we started a program on live stream in partnership with the Health Museum every Saturday at 10 a.m. And so we do various exercises. Last week, I taught Tai Chi. We do healthy cooking shows. We do how to make like DIY projects, do it yourself, wind chimes, gardening. I had one of our board members who's the conservation director for Memorial Park come and talk about the park and how seniors play a role. So it's a garden variety show, and it's been our way of really reaching to thousands of viewers.
Fritz, why is exercise so important, especially to seniors? I mean, it's just like the best medicine, but tell me why.
Essentially, as we progress in age, we tend to slow down. And part of that is when you retire from from working so many years, people feel like they just need to sit down and rest, and suddenly that day turns into months, turns to years, and we just don't have that solid connection with the community in terms of programs and activities. And not just to cluster seniors into some community center, they want to be out in parks and museums, seeing young people, middle-aged people, older people. They want to be a part of the fabric, and our organization is geared towards that. Innovative programs that challenges you and refuels your purpose in life. There's no need to wait till you die. It's about living to the end. And exercise is really a vehicle to our movement. So we're all doing it. And I feel like we can capitalize on that experience and work our way to so many other activities like senior dating and a cocktail party at the Health Museum for seniors to come to. And really just continue living your life with great purpose and not be coddled and, just strictly taking medicines,
If you had to give a quick prescription of exercise, daily exercise for everybody, whether you're a senior or not, what should you be doing every day and how much?
You should definitely be doing cardio, which is a walking. If you can't leave your home, you could create a walking pathway in your home and you schedule it every hour. It could be up to 10 minutes walking throughout your home. If you go to our website or Facebook, we have all our videos from the last 10 episodes for the Health Museum, in which I show you how to work out in your kitchen, how to work out in your bed. You just need to work every muscle in your body. So start small and see what we have to show you on our show, which are very simplified and easy to do to get people motivated. and work your way to some cardio. So cardio and strengthening are key elements to your exercising daily.
Okay, we'll check out those videos. Great age movement. We should all be a part of that movement in some way, right, Fritz?
Please, yes, absolutely. We're continuing
Okay,
to
we'll
grow.
find out more on your website. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
That's all for this edition of Global Outlook. You can find us every Friday and Sunday at 7:30 a.m. and p.m., plus Saturday at 10 a.m. Or you can go to our website, hccs.edu/podcast, and download to go. And you can always see the full video version on HCC's YouTube channel. I'm Mary Sitt. Thanks for joining us.